Welcome back everybody to another video with the Eclipse. I'm Gingium. Today we are modernizing the Eclipse with these LED light bulbs. I have an LED replacement for every single bulb in the entire car besides the gauge cluster lights. I've got side marker replacements, I've got brake lights, tail lights, headlights, interior lights, dome lights, under interior lights. And in this video, we are going to install all of the bulbs and test the before and after looks of it. I got some shots of the factory lights at night. I got some shots of the factory lights during the day. All we gotta do is install these and then do the same thing over again. You'll see at the end of this video, but doing this is super easy. It's relatively affordable. If I didn't buy headlights, it would have been under $100. And I'm pretty sure it's going to make a huge difference in how the car looks. Every light's gonna be brighter. It's gonna be safer because of that. It's gonna look better because of that. It's just gonna look less like a 30-year-old car. Now, before I purchased these bulbs, I had to figure out which ones to get. Now, there are a bunch of websites that can help you find replacement bulbs for your car. You plug in your year, your make, your model, and it has a pretty extensive list of light bulbs in your car. Here's the problem. Some different trim levels of different cars have different bulbs. There are gonna be a bunch of options of bulbs, which can be kind of overwhelming. And quite frankly, I don't necessarily trust these websites. So I did it the old-fashioned way. I removed a lens, took out the bulb, inspected all the numbers on it, and then wrote those numbers down, as well as where the bulbs came from and what color they were. For instance, the brake lights are 1157s. There are 4 bulbs for the brake lights, and they are clear. After going through every single bulb in the car, I came inside, hopped onto Amazon, and searched for each bulb. Here is a white 1156 LED bulb, and these will be used for the 2 rear turn signals. And in just a couple of days, they arrived. Now, the majority of these bulbs are just going to be plug and play. We unplug the old ones, plug in the new ones, but for the blinkers, we have to install resistors. LED bulbs use way less power than normal halogen bulbs, and if you don't put resistors in, your blinkers are going to flash really fast. Resistors are super easy to install. I'll show you guys when we get there, but for now, we're gonna start at the back of the car. But, real quick, let me tell you about this watch. This is Simply Carbon Fiber's new Astro line of watches. This thing is a gorgeous, high-quality watch with a forged carbon fiber face. Now, Simply Carbon Fiber is a company that makes a bunch of stuff in carbon fiber. They have watches like this watch and other watches, sunglasses, wallets, phone cases, jewelry, a bunch of awesome random accessories. Pretty much anything you can dream of, they make in carbon fiber. All their products are made out of 100% real aerospace grade carbon fiber. Now, if you guys are interested, I'll have a link in the description down below. If you use my code GG10, you can get 10% off store-wide. Huge thank you to Simply Carbon Fiber for sponsoring this video. Let's install these light bulbs. There are 13 bulbs in the back of the car. 2 bulbs in the reverse lights, 2 bulbs in the license plate lights, 3 bulbs in each tail light, and then 3 bulbs in the third brake light. Now, halogen bulbs can get quite hot if they're running constantly. Make sure the bulb has time to cool off before you try to remove it, because it will burn your fingers quite quickly. Blinker is an 1156 and the brake light is an 1157. So we come over to our pile and we get the 1156 and 2 1157s. Look at that difference. That's crazy. Freaking awesome. It's common for some amount of corrosion to build up in the light bulb housing in old cars, especially if you drive your car in a harsh climate. Make sure to clean up any corrosion you find before installing your new bulbs, because corrosion can often cause a bad connection. So this car didn't have license plate light like lenses, it just had these bulbs hanging here. So instead of doing that, I just bought some universal, like kind of built-in LED license plate lights. Would this be a Gingium video if I didn't spray paint something with a flat black Rust-Oleum can? I don't think so. All of the headlights are painted. I can go ahead and reassemble those because the LED headlights I got aren't quite here. Instead of reassembling everything with the old rusty screws, I went ahead and bought some new black stainless steel number 8 screws for all the headlight stuff. Before we put the blinker back in, I'm gonna go ahead and put in the resistors. This goes on the wires leading to the bulb. One goes to the positive, one goes to the negative. You can either solder it in. I'm going to, don't tell anyone, but I'm using the sketchy things. You have to be somewhat aware of where you put the resistor because they can get pretty hot. Most things will be totally fine. They're not gonna get that hot. So my new headlights came in. They're a little bit of the R word, the word that rhymes with spice. But here's the thing. I was scouring Amazon for a nice LED projector headlight with like a plain white housing. I couldn't find a single thing. I don't like the black housing, it looks ugly. But this headlight does have a daytime running light and an amber light for blinkers, which I think is going to be cool in that car because it's got the you know, the 80s technology where the headlight is still visible through the blinkers while they're down, so you can flash your brights at other drivers, meaning that you're gonna still be able to see the daytime running light and the blinker when the headlights are down. So that's why I got these. These are plug and play. Just gotta add a power for the amber and a power for the daytime running light. It's an absolutely beautiful day out today. 75 degrees. This is when living in the South starts to get really awesome. So let's put these bad boys in. So the headlights are in, all wired up. They are pretty cool when they're on. They've got a daytime running light and a blinker. But the cool part happens when the headlights go down. Like I said, since this part is clear to the headlights, it now lights up the entire bar. Previously, just this section lit up, but now it's the entire thing. All of the LED lights are now installed. Let's see a before and after. Really nice and bright. I'd say that's a slight improvement. So those are the new lights. I'm super happy with the way everything turned out. I love the blinkers and the daytime running lights now going across the entire housing of the blinker. And I think the biggest difference are those interior lights, man. It's so nice opening the door and just having it light up. It makes the car feel so much newer. Few people suggest retrofitting an LED into this middle bar, so with the daytime running lights on, this entire thing is lit up. I'm also in talks with a couple of detailing companies trying to get this thing wet sanded and buffed to see how good we can make this Mako paint look. That is, if it lasts these trees. These trees are freaking destroying this thing. The next video is just going to be a video me talking about the shop situation, kind of about Georgia in general, how it's going. Thank you for watching. Thank you for support. Goodbye.